I used to hate him.
What?
I think he said this when he was
He
on.
did.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean?
I hated him. I hated him with a passion.
Rhea Ripley and Buddy Matthews seem like the perfect wrestling power couple now. However, the beginning of the relationship is not what you would expect. According to Ripley, their story started with pure hatred. During her interview with Chris Van Vliet, Ripley revealed the bizarre beginning to their relationship. She explained how she couldn't stand Buddy the first time she met him, and it all goes back to an indie wrestling show in Australia. The former women's world champ explained that long before they shared a life together, Buddy, then known as Matt Silva, earned her instant dislike after punching one of her favorite wrestlers. She said,
Wow.
I used to hate him.
What? What do
I
you
think he said this when he was
He
on.
did.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean?
I hated him. I hated him with a passion because I loved Sway, which was a female wrestler, and he was from Melbourne, and he came, and I can't remember if he was in the, no, he wasn't in the crowd. Jimmy was in the crowd. He came from the back, and he just punched Sway straight in the face. And I was like, sir, how dare you? I don't think I saw him before that too. I think that was like my introduction to Matt Silva at the time. And he punched Sway straight in the face, and then Jimmy Scarlett jumped the barricade and chased him away, and then they had like a whole feud and all that. But yeah, I didn't like him.
well, that first impression stuck. Rhea Ripley then admitted that after that night, they barely crossed paths. Buddy left Australia for the US as Ripley was starting out in the business. When they did see each other at the WWE Performance Center or in passing at NXT, their conversations were short and awkward.
So I didn't actually talk to him much. His last show in Australia was my first show, and I was working merch, so I wasn't even on the show. He literally left as I was starting in this business. So once we came to America, like, he was at the PC a little bit with the COVID era, so I would see him there, and I saw him a little bit in my NXT run as well, but he wasn't really there at the same time as me. But we'd have like random conversations in passing, or just like little bits and pieces, or he'd look depressed and I'd be like, you okay? He'd be like, yeah. And that's about it, really. That's all we ever like said to each other. And then
The two finally had a real conversation thanks to a surprising family connection. Ripley's sister started dating Buddy's best friend. But it wasn't until a Halloween party at LA Knight's house that things really changed. Ripley admitted she didn't even want to go to the party, but a friend convinced her, and fate did the rest. The next day, Buddy messaged Ripley to apologize for how she saw him at the party, which led to them meeting up for sushi, and their entire dynamic changed.
And then the next day he messaged me, he's like, sorry that you had to see me like that. It's like, it's okay. And then we caught up and had sushi, and it's the first time that I had actually like opened up to someone straight away. It was such a weird like feeling, because I had had conversations with him before, but I feel like because they were all at work, they were like centered around work. Where when we went and got sushi, he was a completely different person. I saw like the happy, bubbly side of him, the protective side. I talked to him about everything that has happened in my life before that moment, and like the bad, the good, the everything. I told him about past relationships. I told him about things that I've overcome, and like just watching him and his demeanor, and like how then he would open up, but he'd also like get angry or upset or happy for me about those situations. I was like, okay, he's actually listening and he actually cares. Where a lot of people, you talk about your life and you're like, oh, they're just listening for the sake of listening, where he actually like listened, which then helped me open up more. And by the time that date was over, like he knew so much about me, so much more than he had already known. And like I just knew from pretty much then, I was like, he's someone special that I kind of want to like continue seeing and see where this goes.
Fast forward to today, and Ripley and Buddy are happily married with 3 dogs. And that initial hatred? Long gone. In August 2023, Rhea Ripley and Buddy Matthews got engaged. And in June 2024, they married.
Even though I hated him before.
Look at you guys now.
Yeah.
Look at you now.
I know. Now we're married. We got 3 fur babies.
It's 3?
We got 3. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild.
If you like this video, please subscribe our channel to help us grow.